हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज का टॉपिक है डिस्कवरी लर्निंग, जो कि बेस्ड रहेगा NIOS के जो DLED स्टडी मटेरियल है उस पर। ये वीडियो काफ़ी यूज़फुल रहने वाली है आगे आने वाले टीचिंग एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए। तो वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। Learning through discovery or inquiry. Discovery learning is a method of inquiry based instruction. Jerome Bruner is often credited with originating discovery learning in the 1960s. He argues that practice in discovery for oneself teaches one to acquire information in a way that makes that information more readily viable in problem solving. Discovery learning takes place in problem solving situation where the student draws on his or her own experience and prior knowledge. It is a method of instruction through which students interact with their environment by exploring and manipulating objects and performing experiments. In this approach, the students are actively involved to find out rules, principles, and hence develop their minds by using insight and intuition to go beyond the data to find relationship and organizing structures. The method is based on the following principles of activity, principle of logical thinking, principle of proceeding from known to unknown, principle of purposeful experiences, principle of searching for alternatives. Encourage discovery learning. You should not tell your students about what they ought to know. Always pose a problem before them or considering any issue. Encourage students to identify problems. When you tell them the problem and the methods to solve it, you are depriving students of the excitement of doing their own finding and the opportunity for increasing their power as students. Your main goal of teaching for inquiry is to engage students in those activities which promote the process of defining, questioning, observing, classifying, generalizing, verifying, and applying. The outcome of these processes is knowledge. Your lesson should develop from the responses of the students and not from a previously determined so called logical structure. The content of your lesson plan should be the responses of the students. Therefore, do not get frustrated by the wrong answers, false starts, irrelevant directions. Your basic mode of interaction with the student should be questioning using both convergent, single or fixed correct answer or divergent multiple correct answer questions. But the latter is more preferred as it encourages inquiry and acts as a means to engage young minds to probe unsuspected possibilities. You should encourage multiple responses from students. Do not ask for the reason but for reasons, not for the cause but for causes, and never the meaning but meanings. When you insist on a single and definite answer, the students would stop searching for other possibilities and their mind would stop inquiring further. You should encourage student to student interaction more than the student to teacher interaction. In the traditional classroom interaction, students look for the teacher for the ultimate correct answer. When they seek teacher's response, they stop further searching for possible answers, thus blocking their inquiry mind. You should measure the success of your lesson in terms of the changes in the inquiry behavior of your students, like the frequency with which they ask questions, the increase in relevance of questions, conviction in challenging opinions of other students, teachers, and textbooks, the relevance and clarity of their challenges, the willingness to modify or change their position when data warrants it, increase in tolerance for diverse answers, increase in their skill in observing, classifying, generalizing, etc., their ability to apply generalizations, attitudes, and information to novel situations. Never try to conclude the lesson by summarizing the findings of the students. Any form of conclusion tends to have the effect of ending further thought. You may summarize the findings without closing the issue. You may say, "We have arrived at these positions, which has further possible extensions which you may search for in next class." Whether you like to promote discovery or inquiry mind in your students is entirely up to you. If you want it, then you have to demonstrate it through your actions and beliefs. You need to be a student with an inquiry mind working along with your students. सो गाइज, ये था आज का टॉपिक। आई होप आपको वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। प्लीज़ इसे लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर कीजिए। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो और बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर लो ताकि आगे आने वाले वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन आपको टाइमली मिल सके। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।